Hello guys, this is Akshaya bearing ID number 2100031226. Currently I am pursuing BTech third year in KL University. This is my first blog on machine learning under the guidance of Dr. K. Swati ma'am. Now I am going to explain on the topic biological and artificial neural networks. So let's quickly move on to the introduction. So, biological neural networks are a complex networks of neurons in our brains responsible for processing information. Artificial neural networks, which are inspired by biological neural networks, are man-made systems used in machine learning. Let's move on to a brief discussion on regarding biological neural networks. The human brain is made up of 100 billion neurons. Neurons receive electric signals at the dendrites and send them to the axon. So let's discuss briefly. Imagine your brain as a team of tiny workers passing notes to each other. Each worker takes notes from outside world or from other co-workers. They chat and pass notes to the next worker until they have all contributed. The final result is like a big project display that everyone worked together. So this is the architecture of a biological neural network, which consists of dendrites, cell body, axon, and synapse, where dendrites acts as an message receivers. Cell body is a brain thinker. Axon is an long messenger which pass messages to every phase. Synapse is like a meeting plots. Let's quickly look into the advantages and disadvantages. Coming to advantages, the biological neural network can handle extremely complex parallel inputs, the input processing element in the synapse. The disadvantage is that as it is complex, the processing speed is slow, and there is no controlling mechanism in this network. So let's move on to artificial neural network. Artificial neural network is like a brain inspired tool in AI. It copies how our brain works. Just like our brain has connected to the neurons, it uses artificial neurons linked in layers to figure things out like a brain. Imagine, let's make it understandable. Imagine artificial neural networks as computer brains. They are inspired by how our brains are worked. Instead of real neurons, they use virtual ones called as nodes, all connected in layers. These computer brains help machines to learn and solve problems. It's like giving computers a simplified version of your brain's smarts. So let's look into artificial network architecture. So this is the network architecture, which consists of inputs, nodes, weights, and output. So there are various types in neural networks. Let's look into the architecture of feed-forward neural network, which consists of input layer, hidden layer, and output layer. Input layer is the place where the network receives information, and it's like a doorway for the data to enter. A hidden layer is in between input layer and output layer. They process and discuss the input, passing the information in a step-by-step manner, and the whole logic takes place in the hidden layer itself. They can be either one or many hidden layers. So the output layer is the final layer which produces the result. Uh, 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 on what discussions happened in the hidden layer. So let's look into recurrent neural network. This is the place where the loops can be performed. And instead of just processing input in one go in one straight line, recurrent neural networks can consider past info also. It's like a dance where they mix the current input with what they have learned before. uh, Good for sequences is when dealing with sequences like predicting the next word in the sentence. They use their memory to understand the context. So we usually use them in speech recognition, text prediction, and image recognition also. The advantages are they are multitasking and they learn from examples, but we need to try them is the disadvantage, which consists of lot of data, and they are very excited in decision making mysteries. So let's look into use cases of artificial neural networks. So the first one is recognition and identification, which comes under speech, vision, handwriting recognition. The next is forecasting and prediction, where we can predict crop yield, sales, weather, stock marketing, etc. The next is assessment, which is used in the fingerprint matching, motion detection, target tracking also. And regarding the traveling issues and sales professionals, this is the use case where we can find the shortest path, the optimal distance between the two paths. Image compression is the type where we can compress the image so that the it occupies less memory with the great output. So the final conclusion is that artificial neural networks and biological neural networks are a form of neural networks. The artificial neural network is the outcome of the implementation of biological neural method. The main goal of developing artificial neural network is to create an expert system based on artificial intelligence. Thank you.